Judge Cisco stated that Julio Foolio's actions increased his odds of being unalived.
You know, Mr. Jones did not deserve to die for what he did or the drill rap videos he made. But goodness gracious, going and desecrating the gravesite of a murdered relative is, you don't deserve to be killed for that, but you just increased your odds that it was going to happen. And that's the truth. That is the truth.
Now, today was the official sentencing for the 4 guys who were convicted in the unaliving of Julio Foolio. That's Isaiah Chance, Sean Gathright, Davion Murphy, and Rashad Murphy. Now, they all had filed some motions before today. All of the guys outside of Sean Gathright had asked for a new trial. Sean Gathright had filed the motion about the tampering charge. However, the judge denied all motions. Now, this is just a step to take in case they do want to do an appeal. They can say they already tried it on the lower level. Now, when it got to the sentencing, they were all sentenced to life in prison without parole for the first-degree unaliving charge. But then when it came to some of the other charges, like the conspiracy charge, the attempted unaliving, they got 30 years in jail to be served concurrently with their life in prison, and they also had like a 20-year mandatory. Now, they also had the chance to get up and speak on their own behalf. They had people to speak as well. Now, Sean Gathright got up first, and he started to read Bible scriptures. He talked about God, but then he talked about his age. He said at the age of 18, you can't rent a car, you can't go and buy a house, you can't buy alcohol, because they say that our brains are not developed enough and we don't have impulse control. But still, at the age of 18, you're able to be sentenced to life in prison without parole or the death penalty. And he says that something needs to change there, because if y'all are saying that we don't have impulse control with certain things and that our brains are not developed all the way with certain things, why do y'all not consider that when it comes to our sentencing? Now, Isaiah Chance got up and he basically said he felt the same way that Sean Gathright did. Sean Gathright did go a little bit further, talking about how he was brought up, talking about religion, and talked to the community, basically telling them to get out of the streets, don't get yourself caught up in this same situation. But Isaiah Chance took it a little bit further. He said that him and Alicia Andrews, according to what they were charged for, had the same roles. However, Alicia Andrews was granted a trial to herself, and in that trial, she was not found guilty of the first-degree unaliving. She only got the manslaughter charge and was sentenced to 15 years in jail. However, according to their paperwork, he had the same role in this situation, yet because they did not allow him to do a trial on his own, they had to present all this other evidence which was damaging to him, and now he is facing life without parole, and he says that both of those sentences contradict each other. Now, Davion Murphy, who laughed the entire trial, including today, he sat there with a smile on his face. He did get up to speak, saying glory to God, and he basically just talked to the people back at home, telling them that don't find yourself in this same situation. He said he knows what he is in for, that he knows he's more than likely going to be in jail for the rest of his life. This is not his first time down the road, and kind of just telling people to get out the streets. Now, when it came to Rashad Murphy, he really didn't want to talk. He just yelled out, "I love everybody, God bless." And that was kind of the end of it. I'm not sure if they're going to file an appeal. They have 30 days to make the decision and put a notice on the record. Now, the timing of this is really crazy because Julio Foolio was unalived on June 23rd, 2024. Now, today is June 22nd, 2026. His birthday is June 21st. So this is one day after his birthday and one day before the anniversary of his death. Y'all, once I have more information regarding any of this, I will let you all know.